This could be a lethality Varus, which obviously doesn't perform as well versus heavy front lines on the other side. But maybe Arin's just... Maybe this is... Maybe this could still be an attack speed of Varus, or Rin's just is banking on the fact that he can completely dominate laning phase. Which he has done in the past multiple times, so it's not like he's, it's not like it's complete hubris on his part. Confidence is a very important skill to have on an AD carry.
Oh, yeah,
You also need your fair share of caution and, knowing your limits, knowing what the opponent can do to you, knowing how to safely output damage is the most important thing, but then once you understand your limits, then you can move forward, you can start pushing those limits.
Oh yeah, definitely very true.
That's what basically is the difference between a great AD carry and a good one.
I'm interested to see if we'll see Watergon doing red buff and wolves at red buff and raptors at the same time, but it looks like he's just pathing up towards that blue buff. And just do a full clear towards bot side Scotto, it looks like. Very realistic fighting.
Both junglers starting on blue.
Yeah.
We're gonna see leashes from both sides, so Watercont is not going to do the trick with the blue and the Gromp, clearing those at the same time. We could still see that when it comes to the clear on red and the Raptors. Yeah, we'll mostly just be looking at perhaps mid lane and bot lane for some early action. That he's trying to push that wave in, but he's meeting some resistance from Seraphine. He's trying to get that level 2 to get those better trades. Now he has it.
Already in the top lanes, some nice trades coming out from the Cho'Gath onto the Ornn. The Ornn to Q level 1, trying to match the shoving potential of the Cho'Gath to opt for the E level 1.
Hey, Winx gets the push. Duke of Jamming still level 1. So much damage he has to take. Has to flash away too. Rin's already making his pet presence known inside of this game. Also Kip Carry putting some damage down as well. Yeah, this is what we've expected from the very beginning. This Winx Club bottom lane is going to keep the throttle pedal right down to the floor.
Oh, you don't want to see that.
It's going to be up to Gosport gods to actually stop them from just pressuring the lane 24/7. And it's a bit unlucky for Gosport gods because Wildstorm is pathing the opposite side towards the Ornn. So now, yeah, this bot lane is going to have to endure some more of this torture from Rins and Kip Carry. Now we see the first very nice trade from Judgy Rocks. Gets the stun up as well as the damage. Electrocute procs.
But look how low Nico Jamming is.
Yeah, he has to recall. He has to be forced away. But now, okay, the binding lands from Watercont. Rins has to tank the turret shot, but he still delivers the kill for his team. And now Duke of Jamming is threatened as well. He's potentially going to die soon if Vilestorm...
Holy Bear is on the way, though.
Okay, but I don't think he's gonna get here in time. Duke of Jamming dodges that Q, but still goes down. The Black Shield protects Morgana from any CC. And those are 2 quick kills for Winx Club. Judgy Rocks is now moving down towards bottom, but I think he's late to the party. Not sure if he can get anything here. Oh, he actually flashes towards the Rins! First kill for Judgy Rocks, and there's another one! Wow, I did not expect that to work so well, but Gosport gods get 2 kills in reply, and yeah, all of a sudden, doesn't look so bad. The Echo gets 1 kill on the roam, which he's gonna be very happy about. The more kills he can get in other lanes, the more he can threaten the Seraphine.
Oh, definitely. And even though Seraphine was able to crash in a wave there, and should probably be picking up a plate here soon enough, I'm certain that Judgy Rocks would be very happy with the amount of money just earned, and I'm guessing he's going to be working towards that proto build give him that extra mobility to get on top of that Seraphine, Xerath, Varus, which is very squishy. I reckon this is actually the squishiest team comp we've seen Winx Club play.
Yeah, it's definitely true. Winx Club usually run more frontline than this. And this bot lane is more susceptible to getting punished. Now Rin's taking a very, very brazen trade here against Gosport Gods. Takes a lot of damage, but he's still ahead in CS. He doesn't have those summoners though. Yeah, the fact that he went so aggressively for his 2 kills earlier on meant that the roam from Gosport Gods, what happened afterwards, was that much more effective. That created some pressure for the bot lane, but it's still going to be quite tough. There's only so much damage that the Karma Shield can prevent.
Oh yeah. Perk potentials quite a lot of this Winx Club bot lane.
Storm's back in here. Arins doesn't have any sums. Arins is in danger. The TP comes in from Winx Club, but it's all too late. Frizzcake comes in just to save his AD carry potentially, but it's not gonna happen. The Cho'Gath has to walk away. Gotta take the walk of shame back to your lane. You didn't really do anything, and you're potentially losing minions off of that play too.
It looks like it might be Duskblade or Prowler's Claw Varus, just from seeing that serrated Dug being picked up, and the Bami Cinder on the Cho'Gath just confirms there will be a straight up just tank Cho'Gath.
Now with Winx Club bot lane dying once more, Gosport Gods feels confident enough to start this dragon. It doesn't look like Winx Club can stop this from happening. Although Seraphine is in position, she does have... Oh, the steal from Watercons! And the Seraphine ultimate is massive as well. So beautifully played. 3 kills for Winx Club. Only 1 for Gosport Gods right now. Forge God coming in here with a TP, but still. Winx Club, what a heist that was. They take the dragon and they get the kills for their AD carry. It looked... Wow, it looked so terrible for Arins. He dies twice in quick succession, but he instantly comes back into the lane, and now Juco jamming is going to is going to feel that hurt once again. Varus is going to come back with some more longswords potentially, and he's also going to have a level lead.
Oh yeah, and level 6 for the Winx Club bot lane, I would say is almost scary because the lethal options just increase. Whereas level 6 for Gosport lane is kind of like, oh, nothing changes for Karma. Like, it's clearly like that's kind of where she's a little bit weaker. And then Jhin ultimate isn't that offensive unless they're low health, or you have a nice rotation mid lane trying to make a play there with it.
Yeah, you can see how valuable a Seraphine can be. Don't necessarily have the highest mana CS, you don't have the items yet, but that ultimate, if it's cast at the right time, it can always turn around a fight, and this is exactly what Winx Club wanted to see after those early game mishaps at the bottom lane. Now they're back in the game, and they're in the driver's seat right now.
What are the components of Prowler's Claw? Do you remember off the top of your head?
Oh, before I say that, here's an all-in from Winx Club, and it's going to end up in a kill. Granny Spanner this time couldn't even get his summoners used before he dies, but now the Dark One is in trouble, and he dies just as fast as that Karma did. It's a 1-for-1. Plays in the mid lane and plays in the bot lane. But Winx Club is definitely putting down the hurt on this Jhin. Oh man, that Q almost hit. I don't know if that... Oh, he can still kill with the ultimate! The shield is not enough! Granny Spanner, Juco jamming, you can only dodge so many skill shots. He still... Did he have the flash?
Yeah, he still had flash.
Well, I guess he's gonna regret that one, potentially. Winx Club bot lane is just relentlessly pushing, relentlessly dealing the damage onto the Gosport Gods bot lane, and those 2 jungle ganks, now, they didn't really solve anything. just because of that dragon fight, Arin's managed to get these item components. But now Judgy Rocks is going to look for another kill. The Seraphine ult comes out, the Encore, as well as the root.
Yep.
But Judgy Rocks still can
That's
no
also
distance.
Yep.
Oh, that was way too easy for Winx Club. Yep, carry another kill to his name. And this is quickly turning very ugly. Winx Club showing just how big of a canyon they can create in one lane. This is their specialty. Just bot lane playing to their absolute limits. And Vilestorm, it's not like he can really be bot lane all the time. But right now, Gosport Gods would really like to have some of that attention down in the bot lane once again, just to have some of that pressure tapered off here. But at least they're going to take this Rift Herald. So some cross-map play is still performed.
This is going kind of the way I predicted it to go. I expected Judgy Rocks to create a mid gap. He's pretty confident at his mid lane skills, and I feel like Echo into Seraphine is pretty good for Echo. Unless Seraphine plays very respectfully, which wasn't seen here. But this bot lane is definitely just blown wide open now. It's just like in a Rin's Canyon. He's already got the mythic completed, and the Jhin is so awkwardly just sitting on that Noon Quiver, Doran's Blade, and Boots. So just at this point, it's like, what do you really do as the bot lane for Winx? And the first out of it is look at the playstyle for Winx Club, right? The bot lane is always going to be shoving. They can't poke you without hitting the wave. So now that you know that the bot lane is always going to be shoving you in, you should try not to get too hard poked on the tower. That is what they do want to do, and then try to play around your jungler, either coming from behind through like the river. Try to get a TP ward in deep in the lane, so you can punish this overextension, and try to capitalize on the aggressive playstyle of the Winx Club bot lane. The top lane is just even, and I feel like you can't really change much of the tempo mid lane. But by all means, it's like we can see in the Godly too. This is.
Flash from Judgy Rocks. Echo has to use Chrono Shift just to escape. But the Encore whiffs. All of the skill shots whiff. Oh, the Dark Binding actually connects. And Judgy Rocks is silenced. And you will have to take a trip to the fountain. So it's a dragon for Winx Club. And now a kill. But at least they take down that mid-tier 1. Some kind of trade on the map for Gosport Gods. So they keep that gold lead a bit smaller than it otherwise would have been. But now the bot lane tower is going to fall too. The issue I see for Gosport Gods, as both Echo and Varus are now heavily ahead of their counterparts. Seraphine, as far behind as she is, she still provides value. Yeah. She still has the shielding, she still has the healing, as well as the CC. While Jhin, when put this far behind in the lane, all he really has is potentially like follow-up CC. Very, very lacking in terms of damage. So yeah, I don't really see a scenario in which Gosport Gods can outscale here. But they're still gonna keep fighting. The Echo is still as dangerous as ever. He's gonna take down a Dark One once more. And Gosport Gods successfully playing through mid. And now WaterCon being caught out of position too. This could be Judgy Rocks just going 6-1 here on the play.
And you see that Lich? You see that Sheen? Ooh. The moment he gets that Lich Bane, that's an incredibly scary Echo, especially for Rins.
That was... Not what I was saying about Winx Club being potentially, you know, still quite safe in this game? Well, there's the limit to that. Like, you can't just funnel Echo kills over and over again. Like, you have to keep this guy in check to some extent. You can't just keep doing this, because Echo, the more items he gets, the more scary he becomes, and it really feels like it's exponential scaling when it comes to Echo. Especially when you get to that rank 2 ultimate or the rank 3 ultimate. He's so obnoxious in the side lane, basically unkillable. And he has so much target access with his mobility. Becomes such an obnoxious champion to deal with. I think I said obnoxious twice, but let's just drive it home. I really feel like the Snowballed Echo is one of the most annoying champions to play against.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, but now Arends might be the next victim. He did not know what was coming. A shutdown for the Echo. So much gold in his pocket. And now Watercont is going to be the next one to fall, potentially. The Forge God's trying to get that kill on the Xerath. It's going to be 1-for-1 trade in the end. Judgy Rock's still going, but he doesn't have that ultimate. He has to play super safe. Now Valstorm, another person from Gosport God's getting caught out. And Judgy Rocks has to exit towards mid lane. Not bad for Winx Club, all things considered, but you have to say that that gold influx for Echo is going to pay dividends. Oh my goodness, the flash from Judgy Rocks, the electrocute procs, and he's 8-1 right now. Completely styling on mid lane. This Seraphine has nothing to say in this particular game, and it's quickly spiraling out of control for Winx Club. They have to start somehow slowing down the tempo of this game.
What if I told you that this Echo is Judgy Rock's second most comfortable pick mid lane? And he's not even playing his one trick yet. How concerned are you? I've seen this man hard carry games with Echo and his most comfort pick as well.
Now we have another dragon coming up. Now the Echo's getting caught out, and this is vital for the team. Cho'Gath flashes and feasts just to get that kill. He's gonna appreciate that gold.
Lovely chain of CC right there.
Yeah, and this is crucial for Winx Club. They don't have the feast to secure the dragon, but it still should be a free objective coming their way. I don't think Gosport Gods wants to contest this one in any way. And it is going to be sole point for Winx Club. Finally, some good news for a team.
That was the second time that the Cho'Gath picked up the Echo shutdown as well. He picked up the first one when Echo, I think, was like 4-1, and now he's picked it up again 4-1 later at 8-2.
Yeah, obviously, the bigger he gets, the easier it potentially could be for Winx Club to play out these fights. Rins, the chain of corruption, just to get that one pick, but now Winx Club is just going to keep going. Valstorm has to jump away. Rins has to flash too. Perhaps going a little bit too aggressive on that one. Now he has to hide behind his team members, but he's not doing that. He's just going to fall to the curtain call. And Duke of Jamming gets his first kill. Finally. Now Winx Club, without their most fed member, has to potentially exit the premises. And it's going to be the end of the fight right here. And it's just... This is really... It's really an interesting game that we're watching right here. A lot of stuff happening, but there's not a lot of thought behind it, I feel like.
Yeah, it's just... overstepping quite greedily right by the mid 1T1 tower, trying to pick up lethal on the... What, how do you say this? The encore target, right? I believe it was a Volibear, but he just gets caught up by the damage from Jhin, the Q ignite from the Karma, and he's trying to say, hey guys, like, please body block for me, right? These Jhin ultis are scary and slowing me every time. And it looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication because none of the members were at all trying to block any of the Jhin ulti right there, in concern for their own life. And then, just again, this Echo proving how slippery he is. He dives into 4 people, right? Watercon instantly presses the shackles. Ooh, change of corruption connect.
Chain of corruption onto the Echo. He has to chrono shift away, but he still could die right here. And Rins takes revenge for once on the Echo. Now Winx Club is free to push this mid lane. Oh, Volibear gets caught. Does he have the ultimate to walk away? He also is shielded by the support. No, that was his own E. Karma wasn't even there. But regardless, Winx Club takes down the outer turret in the mid lane. And, yeah, we're just gonna keep going here. Wonder if...
Varus?
Yeah, wonder if they...
early.
Wonder if they complete the rotation towards top because that tower is still standing. Or we're just gonna continue the siege. It's not like their siege is bad. I would even say it's very, very good. And Gosport Gods is going to have to find a way to break that as Bowstorm engages onto the fight. The Seraphine is the one getting focused, but Ritz has a lot of time to just keep free hitting here. Judgy Rocks is not getting onto the target that he wants to, and this is a big win for Winx Club. Juke of Jamming now the next target to potentially fall. He's not going to, but now Judgy Rocks finally finds the kill on the flank, and Rins falls in the last moment of this team fight. And Judgy Rocks, man, at least he got something for his team, but Winx Club is probably going to look to take down this turret anyway. But do they have the damage?
I don't think they have the minions.
Yeah, they don't have the minions to be... Yeah, that's more important.
Dragon's coming up in a minute. I'd imagine that Winx Club here just want to reset, secure vision around this dragon, and try to pick it up, because it's a sole point for them. And now, Gosport Gods want to be a little bit careful here, because if they get a bad reset timer, they're not able to contest vision here. But after that fight, all the members that did drop off just escort in, trying to get deep vision. Rinse on his own here, trying to get this red buff, and he should be spotted out by that ward. Placed by the Karma, and it might just be Gosport Gods trying to set up a death bush or try to get the bot lane tower.
Okay, Gosport Gods has the river positioning right now. They are first to the objective. Now Winx Club trying to get some vision back on the map, but they need that Cho'Gath to face check against this team. Otherwise, they might just get swept, especially if Judgy Rocks is on the flank somewhere, positioned right next to his team right now. Not necessarily looking for anything, it's just a standoff. Wonder what Judgy Rocks is going to do. Right now, he's walking through the jungle, not really seen by the members of Winx Club. This could potentially be big. The W lands. The Xerath is right now positioned stationary, and he just goes down immediately. Judgy Rocks still has the ultimate. This is a very good start for Gosport God, though. A lot of the damage is down right now. That's another member of Winx Club going down, but Morgana just completely disappears, but now the Varus damage comes into play, and it's a 2-for-2. At the end of the day, Judgy Rocks doesn't have the ultimate anymore, and it's like this fight at Dragon is just going to continue. But now Gosport Gods don't have the ultimates, so I don't think they're as threatening. Judgy Rocks is still looking for a Rins. The silence comes through though, and there's not a lot Echo can do when he can't use his abilities. More kills coming in for Winx Club. Oh my god, the damage. Muramana completed. The CC comes in, the Flash does nothing! And the Rins on a killing spree. 8, 5, and 8. That's surely a very eventful game for this guy, but yeah, he's still a lot stronger than his counterpart. He's doing bits in these fights.
Let's secure the Cloud Sword right there. The beginning of that fight was very interesting because Winx Club are playing to their condition, which is they are more of a poke comp that can then transition to an all-in, right? And they were poking, they're landing some nice poke onto Duke of Jamming right there, but they did not have the flanks warded, the back of the Baron Pit, the tri-bush either. And Judgy Rocks just capitalizing on that, just one-shotting this unsuspecting Xerath, who was already committed to the ultimate, backs out, waits for cooldown time, goes back in and just disrupts them, whereas Winx Club were split because Rince couldn't do much, he was being zoned off by the Echo. Meanwhile, the Dark One had landed a 4-man encore, and the rest of the Winx Club members were like, okay, this is huge, right, we can continue fighting this, but their main DPS source is either dead or zoned off and can't commit to anything long term.
Oh, WaterCon potentially in danger here. Has to use the Black Shield on himself. He's going to Zhonya's plus the shackles just to provide zone control for his team. But it's actually looking very good for Winx Club. Volibear almost dies in that exchange too. The Forge God now completely behind enemy lines, but the enemy is... the enemy knows very well where he is right now, and there's no escape from Winx Club. The CC just keeps landing, and Chris K is gonna eat him for dinner. That's a pretty big dinner. That Ornn...
Yeah, a big boy.
That Ornn's a big boy, so... Cho'Gath looking mighty fed right now, and Winx Club is very well positioned for this Baron too. Doesn't look like Gosport Gods can interrupt or even try to steal. The Vile Storm is too far to even attempt. The Dragon... Oh wait, as I say that, he's running straight in! But he can't get it! Chem Tank ready, completely zooming towards that Baron pit. I was... I was slightly concerned for Winx Club right there. It was a bit of a dodgy situation for them, but I do believe Watercont has a level advantage over his opponent. So Winx Club, in the end, secures that Baron, and they now have an 8k gold advantage. It's looking a lot calmer situation right now. All they really have to worry about is the Echo assassinating one of the squishier members at the start of the fight, because if that doesn't happen, then with their gold leads, they probably just win the fight outright. Look at how much damage the support is able to do. It's not even the AD carry right now. This is the support just yeah, throwing down nuclear bombs towards the bot lane of Gosport Gods. Now Granny Spanner caught out once again, and he falls in just about 1 second. Now the Sage from Winx Club is unrelenting. So much damage, but Judgy Rocks dies before he can even attempt to get a kill on the Rins. A lot of damage actually comes through there, but Winx Club was ready for that to happen. And now without the Echo... Oh, wait! Duke of Jamming with a nice Gale Force assassination, but I don't think that changes anything. Is Winx Club going to keep pushing? They have the minions.
Cannon. Yeah, these two Nexus towers will fall eventually. The death times are quite long for the remaining two members of...
Okay, Winx Club just keeps going, but now the counter engage from Gosport Gods could potentially turn things around. But yeah, the Ram whips, and the Karma has to run away from the ensuing damage right here. Hip carry is potentially just as much of a threat as Rins is. Now Judgy Rocks is finally back on the map. Gets the first kill. Winx Club will finally have to retreat. They cannot give a Nexus. Judgy Rocks keeps going. Dodges the CC. Crucially, doesn't go down. Gosport Gods lives to fight another battle, but not sure if it's going to last more than a few minutes here.
Oh no, because I believe Elder Dragon is coming.
Oh, Judgy Rocks with a nice dodge onto Kip carry, and that's another kill to his name. I mean, as far behind as Gosport Gods is right now, Echo continues to be a thorn in the side of Winx Club. They have to keep tabs on this guy every fight, because this is what happens when you don't. Zeraf just completely evaporated.
This Echo is a huge threat to the squishies of Winx Club, which are numerous, and with the Elder Dragon coming up, if this Elder goes the way of Gosport and Echo is still alive, this can be a huge turnaround for Gosport. Well, they've got to be careful, because like there's TP available on the Cho'Gath and the Seraphine, and what Winx Club could even do here is, instead of playing for or completely around this Elder Dragon, is just get the shove in mid, right? Wait for the fights to happen. Use like the big Encore ulti, and then meanwhile just use a Change of Corruption and the Shackles from Morgana to buy time, and just have the two members of with TP just TP into the base of Gosport Gods and potentially just threaten the end.
Okay, looks
This
like
is very risky.
Winx Club is just going to try and force a fight around this Elder.
Look at the base.
And yeah, Gosport Gods is going to be forced to react eventually. Wildstorm just goes down before he can even do anything. Lasagnas from Echo is very unfortunate. He cannot do anything in this fight right now. The CC chain is disgusting. Winx Club 4 for 0. And this has to be the end of the game. My word. Yeah, there was nothing Gosport Gods could do in that fight.
I thought it was nutty that the Echo does a little like shoot throwing grenade forward, and then Zonya's instantly right to dodge the chains of corruption. But then the Encore comes, it somehow misses the Echo as the Echo like ults back, probably just like a frame or two delayed. On the backline of Winx Club, you can just instantly exhaust her, but you can't do that this game.
Yeah, kept carry with the Ignite. I think Winx Club, we know how this bot lane likes to play. They like to go for kills. They don't like to just sit around and do nothing. They're going to look for 2v2 fights as soon as possible. Okay, now teams are going to meet each other halfway in this 5-man spread once again. No team is interested in anything special this time around. I think that's similar to game 1 though.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to pick up the ward, but knows the ward is placed there. Maybe recognizing that Volibear would now rotate to his blue buff.
Minions have spawned.
You could even see an early gank mid, I feel, from the Volibear.
Yeah, perhaps definitely
having wave shopping capabilities that are greater than Katarina at pre-level 3.
Yeah, but then again, with how slippy Katarina can be, you have to find the right timing to actually get that gank off, otherwise the Shimpo is always ready to assist, and then Katarina is just there, not really threatened, always can use the flash as well. And that's a little bit of a cheese maneuver from Winx Club. They sit in that brush, they get their poke off first before Gosport Gods can react. And this is very much on brand for Winx Club, but it's also the correct move to do. Like, you want to keep the tempo with this kind of lane. You obviously don't want to just sit passively and accept the terms that the other bot lane's giving you. Caitlyn is even more aggressive compared to the Varus inside of the lane. Going for max CS difference, max plate difference. Really pushing the tempo here at all times in this lane, and Gosport Gods once again has to be concerned about how this bot lane is gonna go. We already see the CS diff coming in, although the Gosport Gods still have yet to catch the entire wave that's coming their way. And Wildstorm is once again clearing towards the top lane where the Ornn is. Like, I really don't know whether that's the right move. When you see how this lane is going, how much trouble Gosport Gods are having, second game in a row.
I was really hoping for the Volibear to be pathing towards mid rather than top.
Although,
And
I mean, in this case, you get the guaranteed scuttle on the top lane where Gosport Gods are pressured in the lesser way, and then Volibear can actually do stuff. Looking for top lane now. Junkap looks like he was completely aware of what was going on. But now, JJ Robinson once again in trouble. Oh, the net almost just barely misses right here, but Water Caught coming in from behind. Don't think Gosport Gods was expecting that one. They have also burnt the barrier in that exchange. So it's heal down, barrier down, Arin's already pulling away with the lead. And yeah, this
already so much pressure, bot.
feel like I'm experiencing deja vu. Keeps happening for Gosport Gods. And it might be on Judgy Rocks once again to try and find something. But yeah,
It's gonna be a lot harder on Katarina pre-6 to find a nice solo kill.
well, level 3 has passed and he hasn't found anything. Zerath has to flash now. He will have to recall most likely. Yeah, Judgy Rocks doesn't have the wave positioning right now to try and go for the kill. But now he's moving down bottom lane. And Valstorm is there as well. The gank is unsuccessful for now, but maybe Gosport Gods will try to force the issue in a 2v4. Can get Carry and Renz get away in time. Katarina comes in, but can't really find anything. Okay, comes in once again! And that is a first kill for Gosport Gods. It's in fact Zerath that takes it. But Katarina still gets that one stack on the Dark Seal. Misses out on the wave too, but it's not all bad. At least with Zerath with that additional gold will be able to pressure Galen and Nami a little bit more and get Kai'Sa some more room in this lane, but yeah.
This is a repeat of what happened last game, when Judgy Rocks just roams down to bot lane pre-level 6 and just picks up a kill again on the range.
Yeah, last time it was a lot more... Fight was a lot bigger last time, though. This time we'll only have a 1-for-1 trade, although it would still get more action inside of the lane. Obviously, Arenz is not going to stop pushing. He's not going to stop harassing because he's not built that way. He won't play passive because that's...
Why should he? Yeah.
It's not what he does. And who can blame him when Winx Club is, you know, in playoffs, still doing reasonably well. Not the top seed that we expected them to finish at, like around week 5 or 6. They kind of dropped down at the end of the season, but still, more than good enough. Qualified more or less at the same time as the other teams near them in the standings.
But watching Katarina, they don't know that Katarina's here, and she is missing some waves mid lane. But the Seraphine has TP to try and match this. We could just see a forced 4v2 bot side.
Valstorm coming in once again, but now WaterCont is on the scene. And the Chris K teleport comes in too. They're really trying to force this dragon. Now Chris K has the feast, so it should be an easy takeaway. I don't think Valstorm can outsmite this one. Yep, it is a very easy feast for a Cho'Gath. But now Judgy Rocks comes into the fight! Not a lot that Steadfast Presence can do. That's 1 kill. That's 2. Double kill for Judgy Rocks. Is it going to be more? Once the cooldowns come in once more for Katarina, is there enough distance for Chris K to get to the tower? Yes, there is. So he gets away with his life. But yeah, this feels feels awfully a lot like game 1.
Yep.
But this time, Renz doesn't quite have the same lead as he did in the first game.
No, now it's just... Arenz is on Caitlyn now, which is probably a lot safer, I'd imagine, than Varus, because Varus you're kind of forced to walk up a little bit closer to land your ability. But this is rough now, because behind Caitlyn feels bad, and a fed Katarina is scary. And yeah, there may be a CS discrepancy between the two ADs.
I really like
but
this
it doesn't really matter if Kai'Sa is picking up the assist, because Kai'Sa will just happily scale.
I really like this pickup from Judgy Rocks on the Katarina. You see the Sork Shoes rush from him. Not only does it give him that extra oomph when it comes to like 100 to 0 burst, it also gives him more capabilities to roam. When you're ahead, those tier 2 boots actually become a lot more valuable for you. When you get that extra movement speed, you can get to bot lane, like, there's a difference of like 5 to 10 seconds perhaps, but that can make all the difference sometimes. And yeah, feels quite intelligent. Well, probably what you want to do when you're ahead on an assassin like Katarina. Don't have to finish your item, because if you get the kills, that'll come eventually. It's just about trying to get to that point.
Ooh. This top lane is starting to look pretty rough now for the Cho'Gath. Ornn naturally is like very good anti-tank. Once Cho'Gath gets a couple of points in his E, he can start to match the fight, but it's very rough before then. Obviously now instead of the Fortune it's Salami Salad. He's probably not used to the sudden change in playstyles, so he's probably playing with the same mindset slash playstyle of last game. So I'm back and forth trading the bot lane. Zeraf thought to pop though.
Oh, right, if the Arcane comes in, the Killer Instinct from the Kaisa. Duke of Jamming trying to go aggressive, trying to get that kill in response for the first time this game, trying to take revenge for game 1, but there's not enough damage to get through the heal and the shielding.
But look at the double advancements. Winx got retained down to bot, and Gosport got roaming to top.
Brisket in trouble. Should be enough damage to kill here. Dark Harvest is procced as well. The Ignite from Judgy Rocks, but the kill is secured by Salami Salad instead. A little bit of a miscommunication. But now, the cross-map play for Winx Club. Rinse flashes in just to take down the Kaisa. And now the Zeraf. Can he run away? It looks like he can. But Gosport Gods still come out ahead on the play because they take the tower.
And now, I think for the first time in the 2 games, we're seeing Gosport Gods with a gold lead now. We're gonna get the second charge on the shrimp shell on the tower. And this is starting to become a little bit concerning now for Winx Club. Let me wash my hands for a second, I'll be back.
When you look at the items from Caitlyn, it's a bit more awkward when it comes to item completions. You don't have... It's not as smooth, perhaps. Really like the Serrated Dirk as a 1100 gold purchase. It's a lot harder for the Caitlyn. The one item spike is not as pronounced for the champion. When you get to 2 items, it gets better, but it's really at 3 items when Caitlyn really becomes a big threat inside of a fight. Right now, there's not a lot in terms of gold advantages for the bot lane of Winx Club. And that's certainly the biggest difference going from game 1 to game 2. Like we said, we wanted Gosport Gods to weather the storm a little bit in that bot lane. Don't let Rins get so far ahead that he, you know, reaches uncontrollable status. But yeah, right now, it's looking a lot better. And Gosport Gods is also looking for this dragon setup. The TP comes in early for the Dark One. And now with the Encore, they're trying to secure a fight on their terms. Look at Judgy Rock's vision, but now, okay, they see him coming. So the surprise is no longer a surprise. Now it's just a standoff.
Yep. But who's got the better poke here? It's... Zerath's poke is kind of non-existent.
Okay, the Ornn's out of the fight, and now Winx Club feels a lot more emboldened to come in, but the Ornn didn't really got knocked back all that much. The Encore comes in though, and that is a nice bit of CC for Winx Club. The first kill is onto the Volibear. Now Judgy Rocks is going in, but he gets feasted and bursted down immediately. Goes in too early, and Gosport Gods lose the fight pretty badly. Right as the Arcane comes in from JJ Robinson just to get at least 1 kill maybe, but Winx Club is going to interrupt that, and they're going to take the dragon as well. Very nicely done.
I don't know if you saw that, but the Poppy E negated the second headbutt of the ram from the Ornn, which might have actually just changed the fight. But again, that Katarina just going, the members of Winx Club just saving their ultimates, just burst down Kata, and you just saw a helper go from 100 to 0 in the blink of an eye.
Now this is what we were worried about. Katarina has to find the right window to go in, and perhaps that one wasn't exactly it. But now they're trying to get something after that Dragon take from Winx Club, but Chris K is more than tanky enough to survive. And the clock is ticking for the Katarina, as Winx Club is slowly scaling towards where they want to get.
I assume that we'll be seeing Dodgy Rocks going for the Night Harvester, as is really common with Dark Harvest on Katarina.
Oh my goodness. Harry with a flash onto JJ Robinson, really trying to get the point across, but now he's way too far forward. Is he going to get away? The heal actually saves him.
From both ADCs as well, might I add.
Yeah, Juka jamming trying to get the kill, and the Rin's trying to prevent the kill. But now Judgy Rocks sniffing blood in the water, but my goodness, the Aqua Prison is perfectly placed. And Judgy Rocks is sent home packing once more, could not get that kill.
And the cooldown at this early level of Shrimpo, when you do get the reset, is an instant.
Okay, the knockup lands onto the Ornn as well as the trap, right at the Arcane. Gets some damage in return, but it won't stop the pick from happening. Winx Club, this feels a lot more controlled for them. Not a lot of random picks that Gosport Gods can get this time around, but as I say, just a Rins! What? I cursed him.
You just got caught out by the nicely placed Zerathi. Burst it down, but the members of Gosport Gods is not looking very healthy here.
Going in just for the one kill, just for the one single kill. And now Judgy Rocks, perhaps this is his moment.
Oh, that's scary though.
He has to dodge all of the CC. He can't go for it anymore. He'll just have to settle for one kill in that fight, but that's more than enough, considering the circumstances.
But Ornn has the ulti, he just TP'd in.
Okay, but now the tower is protecting both Konami and the Ornn.
Yeah.
So the Seraphine is the only target they could go for. She flashes away, so there's no kill there to be found for Gosport Gods. Desperately looking for something, but can't quite find the ideal fight they're looking for. The Katarina has some kills on the board, but not quite the snowball we saw in Game 1. And now the Herald comes in and
auto attack.
Katarina was way too low. Gosport Gods potentially sacrificing the game for one Rift Herald. 4 for 0.
And it's past 14 minutes, so this Rift Herald just has diminished value too. This is not looking good for Gosport Gods. That was not a very wise decision at all.
And League of Legends, you really have to, before you take the objective, or before you start contesting the objective, you always have to ask yourself whether the fight is actually likely to go your way, and whether the objective itself is worth it. But now, Winx Club, that's another pick. Water caught nicely putting the stun right next to the destroyed turret.
And it's an 8-3 Caitlyn now, at the point where we're worried about this huge, lead for Winx coming in is now here. He's got a 40 CS lead over the Kaisers. God knows how close he is to his second. Yeah, he's just bought a second item. He's already working on his third. Meanwhile, Kaisers even started his second item, yeah, and the Seraphine already has the Moonstone.
I think it's safe to say that Caitlyn is not it's not behind the power curve anymore. She's way ahead of it. And also, Vanami has, Kip carry the classic Magi Soul Stealer on Vanami.
Yep.
It's an old time classic.
He also built the Magi's last game on the Zerath as well. What? Cheeky E from the Ornn,
Now,
but
another fight near the dragon, but I don't know if Gosport Gods are able to fight in any capacity.
Nice Ornn RT.
Call of the Forge God comes in, but it gets interrupted yet again! The Ram is called upon, but it's not fired out by Salami Salad. Actually gets interrupted by the knockup. And that's one crucial ultimate that Gosport Gods needed to potentially start the fight. They had nothing to fight with once that is gone. And Winx Club...
You have no access to that Dragon Pit the moment that Ornn dies. You've got no way to re-enter that fight as well now that the Ornn ulti was cancelled. This blue buff was stolen away by the Poppy, which is nice. But just be 1 or 2 mid towers going down here.
Oh, look at the damage! The Kai'Sa just drops in 3 hits plus the Gale Force. Man. Arin's is doing Arin's things right now. And
Yep.
that's in a positive sense this time.
But this is such a tough game now to come back into as Gosport gods. You really have to rely on a very nice engage set up by the Xerath stun, the Volibear and the Ornn on the key members of Winx Club, and just try to allow Rocks to try to pick up reset.
Tidal Wave comes in, but doesn't amount to anything. Okay, Gosport gods really feel pressure to start a fight. They get 1 kill onto the Seraphine, doesn't look too bad for them. And they get another one. Watercon is way too tanky. Oh my goodness. Judgy Rocks has to flash away. He tried to get the kill, but it was way too greedy in that instance. And the Volibear falls for Judgy Rocks' sins. Now Arin's actually isolated from his team. This is not a good idea. Actually falls before Kai'Sa secures that kill.
Caitlyn, okay, Katarina walks into the
Slimy
trap.
Salad is going to die here. Drogoth doesn't have the feast though, but it should be a matter of time.
Oh, yeah. The Immolate passive will pick up. You can't run away.
No.
JJ Robinson. Very, very speedy from this Cloudster though. It's a possibility. Kip carries, misses the bloody bubble, dies with the Poppy is this Eve.
Yeah, the Cloud Grips helped him for a little while, but yeah, they had him completely surrounded, and Winx Club is just going to take this tower in the top lane, and the situation is very much solidified and taken care of.
I haven't seen a support chunk out of Volibear like that before. Oh dear. That's What's that item called again? It's not Banner of Command, it's the bloody flag
Imperial
item.
Mandate.
Yeah, Imperial Mandate. With the mid-size, just Naomi is doing so much damage. That Poppy is really tanky. I'm sorry, but you're not going to be one-shotting her anytime soon.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
How does Gosport, like... Gosport Gods really just needs to... try to land like some form of like key CC on their squishy members of Winx Club. And just pray to God that Judge Rose gets 2 resets. Because this is very, very raw. Look at the level differences. The Kai'Sa is level 9.
I'm afraid that won't mean much. Even if the Ornn actually lands the right engage they're looking for, you're still lacking in damage overall. It's just the Kai'Sa is nowhere near the items you would want to have on an AD carry. The Katarina is just, if she can't burst down a target, then you don't really have much more damage inside of a fight. And there's not one frontliner this time, there are 2 frontliners that can zone, that can apply the CC, so it just gets so hard for this team to force the fight on their terms and actually win.
This is interesting, by the way. The Proto Bell pickup on the Katarina.
Oh, Watercont is looking for something, but now a little bit isolated inside of this one. But Gosport God's still very much in trouble. They have to run away. Look at where JJ Robinson is. He's way out of position inside of a Baron Pit. But knockups just keep landing from the Cho'Gath. And
Katarina can't find the angle to come in.
All she can really do is watch as their teammates die, but now she's next on the menu.
I don't know if you saw it, but Katarina was chunked out by the Nami completely there. Half health. This is so painful.
That's what happens when you have Imperial Mandate and a full stack Magi Soul Stealer.
Yeah. This is very rough. Very, very rough. And now he'll be trading this Baron for the Cloud Soul, but you really don't care about this lone Cloud Dragon going over. It's Cho'Gath even walking over, so it could just be. No, it will be secured by
Oh man.
Gospel Gods, but is he gonna get out of this alive? Oh, that's a blast going.
Imagine if Chris K was in the right distance to Flash Feast on the Dragon. Then he
Yeah,
steals
that would
it.
be cute. But now you got Baron on a comp that's already able to siege really well.
Yep.
So this is just even more added pressure onto Gospel Gods to try to force something before Winx Club start knocking on their doors. Because if you fight when they're knocking on your doors, if you lose, that does spell your defeat in the series.
I've been looking at chances in terms of
that's
percentages, and it's very close to 0 in my eyes. Like, I don't know what would need to happen in order for Gosport Gods to actually take a fight. They're going to go in anyway. The engage just lands on the Ornn and no one else. Now the Ornn actually finds Arens on the backside, and Caitlyn might fall down finally from Winx Club. The Katarina goes in, but the CC is so big from the side of Winx, but not Cubs. The encore, the counter engage is magnificent. And like I said, this is just completely hopeless for Gosport Gods. Any fight they take is completely out of their hands, not in their favor. And this is Winx Club advancing to the next stage of the playoffs. It's only a matter of time before the Nexus falls.
They're just following customary rights. They might not even choose the ender. They're choosing to delay, in fact. Not having a range, members of Gospel Gods coming back up, maybe recognizing that they couldn't really force this open. Duco jamming might die to minions. That was very close. And a failed surrender vote as well. Oh, where is this game, dude?
I really feel like Winx Club could have forced the issue on that Baron push. Don't even need the reset when you're this. But I understand it's the correct play. It is correct just to take that reset, but it only prolongs the inevitable. Gosport Gods are faced with an impossible task right now. Cho'Gath is laughing in their face, not even moving an inch. Salami Salad is not where he should be. He just falls immediately.
And the Winx Club are just stat padding now, just getting extra fantasy points.
Stuns keep landing. JJ Robinson has to flash, but there's Godzilla right behind you. You have to run. Okay, there's no running away from that damage. Chris K is unmovable. Just gets another kill to his name. Legendary on the Cho'Gath. 8 kills in a row. And
sadly, there's no King Kong to save Gosport Gods from that Godzilla, but there are other monkeys on the team.
Oh, that was just one crit. Oh, you have Purple Belt? I have Gale Force.
Get that rage minion! No!
Oh no!
Oh, Kip Carry is so BM.
The kill steal.
And this should just be another game just going bye-bye. Going to Winx Club. They're clinching
just doing some more stat padding, getting as many kills as possible. Still hunting for the Volibear. They're not getting away. Eren still has the ultimate if he wishes to use it. They're just gonna chase him down.
And that's the spectator bug.
Speed. Okay, I don't know if they're getting the Volibear. I assume